feel like the man. Niggas be hating, I know that they fans. But with the state, they know who I am. How you going up if it be your man? He makes me like to go. I can't go outside, no. Bro, I can't run no more. Yeah, that is the past, though. I need my diamonds fall, but that shit on pause.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, y'all see by the title and the thumbnail, we'll be talking about the truth about having your own sense of style. Now, when it comes to fashion, we all know that style is one of the most things that people misconstrued and people don't understand. So I figured I might as well make a video, put y'all boys and girls on game to the truth about having your own sense of style. And previously on the channel, I made a video where I was talking about why style is more than the way you dress. So I figured I might as well go more in depth into what style actually is, the truth about having your own sense of style. And I'm just going to be giving y'all little tips or things that revolve around having your own style. Now, quick little disclaimer, this video is not here telling you how to find your own sense of style or find your personal style. Your personal style and your sense of style comes from within. So the only person that can find your style is you. I can't tell you how to find your style. Your mom can't tell you. Your sister, your brother, your favorite fashion influencer cannot tell you how to find your style. Only you can tell yourself how to find your own style. And before we get to the actual video, feel free to let me know what type of fashion content y'all would like me to film on the channel in the comments down below, and I will start knocking those videos out for y'all. And make sure y'all go and hit that red subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, hit that like button as well if y'all like my fashion content and y'all like the content that I produce on this channel. It does nothing but helps the channel continue to prosper and grow, and it is literally free. But I don't want to talk y'all heads out too much longer, so we're gonna go and hop straight into today's video. All right, y'all, the first thing I want to go over in the video briefly is going to be personal style. Now, I talked about style and personal style a lot more in my previous video. So after y'all finish watching this video, feel free to go tap into my previous video if y'all want to learn more about style and personal style. But personal style is one of the most things that a lot of people misconstrue and that a lot of people don't understand when we're talking about fashion. It is easy to misconstrue this term personal style because y'all see a lot of things on social media. Y'all see a lot of your favorite fashion influencers. Y'all see a lot of fashion trends that are coming and going on a day-to-day basis. And it's easy to want to jump in and dive into what everybody else is doing to keep up with the trend. But that is what's separating you from the term personal style, and you're not being your own person. Just because you like something on social media or you see one of your favorite fashion influencers look good in specific clothes and specific styles does not mean it's gonna work the same exact way for you, because whatever is personal to your favorite fashion influencer style is not going to be personal to your style. You and your favorite fashion influencer are going to view and value these clothing pieces completely different. It is cool to look into fashion influencer styles and see things that you like throughout their styles and take key elements from their style and then bring them into your style, but you're supposed to be doing that with multiple influencers when you first get into fashion, or you're first trying to find that personal style that you really want to desire. You have to look at different styles and pull different things that you see from each styles and then bring these styles together and start revolving them around the style that you are trying to develop. But a lot of people are not actually doing that, and a lot of y'all are misconstruing this term personal style. And y'all think because one of your favorite influencers is influencing you to like something, that means you have to go out there and purchase it. And just because you like something doesn't mean it's for you. You may like something and it may not work with your personal style, or it may not work with your body type. Body type is one of the most important things when we're talking about clothing and personal style. You have to wear the right proper clothes for your body type. Your favorite fashion influencer may be smaller than you, so clothes may fit a lot differently on their body than it fits on you may buy into something that one of your favorite influencers influenced you into, and when you purchase this item and it comes in, it may not fit the same exact way that it fits on your favorite fashion influencer. And this is where you start to doubt yourself. You not understand why this clothing item is not working the same exact way as it worked on your favorite fashion influencer, and you didn't measure the clothes properly, and you did not honestly look to see if this clothing item was the right proper clothing item for you. So when y'all are getting into fashion, y'all have to understand the term style and personal style. Whatever is personal to you is not going to be personal to your personal style. So like I told y'all in my previous video, I need y'all to stop looking at videos on social media on how to find your personal style. And I need y'all to actually go out there and figure out your personal expression, what you like and what you could really use to really evolve around your style. Because those videos that y'all are watching, those videos are not there to help you find your personal style. These people are just honestly telling you what they did to find their personal style, what they did to get to the route that they're on right now. And like I've said in a lot of videos and in this video as well, what works for somebody else may not work for you. And if it works for you, it may not work the same exact way that you thought it was going to work. So y'all just got to figure out what you like. You got to figure out your personal style, because nobody else can tell you how to find your personal style or help you find your personal style. All right, y'all, now that y'all know what style and personal style is, and I explained it a little bit more and y'all understand it, now I have a few things that's going to help form your sense of style. These are not going to help you find your sense of style, but it's going to help form your sense of style. And the first thing that I want to go over is individuality. Now, your style is unique to you. It allows you to express who you are without words, showcasing your individuality. Now, I done told y'all this a lot in previous videos. When you're going through fashion and you're going through the process of finding your personal style, you have to figure out how you can really separate yourself from the world, how you can separate yourself from fashion, trends, and what you're seeing on social media. Because when it comes to fashion, it is easy to lose yourself. It's easier to buy into what everybody else is doing rather than finding your own individuality. It is hard to find your own self-expression when we're talking about fashion. That's not a one-day process. It's not a one-day stop. You're gonna find yourself over time. It may take you 6 months. It may take your best friend a year to find their self-expression and their personal style when we're talking about fashion. But it is easier for y'all to look into what everybody else is doing and what is popular at a specific moment. Now, it is great for y'all to see what is going on in the fashion space so you can actually figure out what you like. But one of the easiest ways to find your individuality through fashion is looking at different aesthetics. Before you decide to buy into different pieces of clothing and different things throughout fashion, I would honestly tell y'all to start with looking at different aesthetics. And when you look at different aesthetics, you want to look at one to three aesthetics at a time. You want to learn these 3 specific aesthetics. You want to see similar things or things that you like throughout each aesthetic. You want to take these things from these aesthetics and you want to bring these 3 aesthetics together and start creating different cool combinated outfits. Because when you do this, you're honestly being on your own time. You're doing your own thing and you're giving your brain and yourself time to actually learn a different aesthetic and see if this aesthetic is actually great for your personal style, or is this aesthetic something that you actually like. When we're talking about fashion, you're supposed to be trying to separate yourself. Now, I'm not telling y'all not to look at your favorite fashion influencers and pull things from your favorite influencers, but a lot of y'all get too wrapped up into their style and y'all end up wanting to be exactly like an influencer or dress the exact same way like an influencer, and that's what's taken away from your identity and it's taken away from your personal style. You have to figure out what you like. You have to figure out what works for you. So when we're talking about individuality, I will honestly tell y'all to just start with aesthetics. Before y'all look into influencers, I will honestly tell y'all to search the internet and look at different aesthetics and see which aesthetics actually align with things that you actually like at this point. Even if you're just now getting into fashion and this is the first thing that you were doing, I will honestly tell y'all to start with aesthetics. And when you learn aesthetics, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to find the influencers that really will help you develop this sense of style or help you find the style that you want to develop. And once you learn these aesthetics and you can master different outfits and different ways that you want to put together cool combinated pieces of clothing, I will honestly tell y'all, then y'all can get on social media and start looking at different influencers. And when you're looking at different influencers, like I stated, you want to pull key elements that you like from each influencer, bring them together, and start styling them in various different ways. You just have to figure out how you can really separate yourself from the world, from trends, from fashion. And when I say from trends, we all know trends are popular, and there's a new trend that comes in popularity every single day. Trends are interchangeably changing, so one day a trend can be popular and tomorrow there could be a trend coming right in to replace that trend that was popular yesterday. But when I say separate yourself from the trend, you can look into fashion trends, because without fashion trends, I don't feel like fashion would be where it is today. So it is okay for you to look into fashion trends, but you want to analyze a whole trend. You want to see how people are perceiving this trend, how people are going by using this trend on a day-to-day basis before you decide to buy into a trend just because it's popular. And I'm telling y'all to do this because it gives you that time to really figure out if you actually like this trend, or is this something that you just like because it is popular. Do you think you're going to be wearing this trend if it goes out of style tomorrow? You need to be asking yourself these things before you decide to dive into a fashion trend, because once you do that, if you do know for a fact this is something you're going to wear tomorrow, if it goes out of style, then you know this is something that you could really use on a day-to-day basis to really elevate your style, and you know that you are not just diving into it because it is popular. Now, one trend that I honestly want to talk about, we all know 2024, 2023, the Timberland boot became a big trend. Like, the Timberland trend never died because there were still countries and still different states that were wearing Timberlands, but Timberlands became big in the fashion popularity in 2023 and 2024. And we know we've seen the same recycled outfits over and over again. We didn't see too many originality, too many individuality when we're talking about fashion and clothing. We seen a lot of baggy pants. We seen Carhartt jackets on top of jackets. We seen different colorful outfits. We seen the same outfits just recycled millions of times over and over again throughout Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, just all over the social media space. And there wasn't too many individuality when we're talking about fashion and personal style, because we just had the same outfits over and over again. So if you were one of them people that was into the Timberland trend just because the Timberland trend was popular, you didn't find your personal style, you weren't being individual, and you were just doing what everybody else is doing. And that's the whole point of fashion. You're supposed to be finding your own personal expression when we're talking about fashion. And like I said, it's easy for y'all to dive in and lose yourself and try to do what everybody else is doing. But that's what I'm trying to keep y'all away from, bro. So if y'all like a specific trend that is popular at a specific moment, before you decide to buy into this trend, I want you to analyze this whole trend, and I want you to figure out, is this something that you're going to use to really help elevate your style? Is this something that you're going to wear on a day-to-day basis? And is this something that you're going to continue to wear when this trend decides to go out of style, or when the trend decides to die down? Is this something you're still going to be implementing in your rotation and wearing on a day-to-day basis? So like I said, the first thing that y'all really need to look into when y'all are looking to find your own sense of style, you want to look at individuality. You want to find your personal expression. You want to see what you like, and you want to figure out different things that you could really use to revolve around your style, and do it because you like it. You do it because you know you can wear it to the best of your ability, and not because it's popular or you see one of your favorite fashion influencers wearing it. So the next thing I want to go over in the video is going to be creativity. Now, creativity is something that a lot of people lack when it comes to fashion and putting together outfits. A lot of y'all lack creativity, and this is why it's harder for y'all to actually find a personal style or have that sense of style that you always desire to have. But fashion is a form of art, so trying different clothing combinations, playing with different colors, textures, and different accessories can make the process a lot more fun and creative for y'all. But like I stated, a lot of y'all actually lack creativity, and it's going to be a lot harder for y'all to find a personal style or develop this personal style if y'all are not creative when it comes to the personal style that you are developing or the clothes that you are wearing. A lot of y'all are lacking the creativity to actually implement this into your style. Now, when it comes to creativity and it comes to fashion, y'all have to be willing to open up for change. Y'all gotta be willing to step out your comfort zone and trying a lot of different things that you are not comfortable with wearing, or things that you don't know for a fact how to fill it into your style. Y'all have to be willing to be ready for change at any time, because your style is going to change on a day-to-day basis. You have to be ready to shift and change your style every time it's time for your style to move to that next level. And when I say move to that next level, y'all have to dive in and start trying a lot of different things that you are not comfortable with wearing, or things that you don't know for a fact how to fill it into your style, because this is giving you that time, and it's giving you a lot of time to go through a lot of different variety of pieces of clothing and really figure out which clothes really implement and which clothes really work with the personal style or the style that you are trying to develop. It just makes the process a lot more easier, and it makes it a lot more fun for you, because you have time to actually trial and error different pieces of clothing, and you're not just stuck in a box, or you're not just stuck in your comfort zone. But if y'all don't want your personal style to develop on a day-to-day basis, continue to lack creativity. If y'all stop lacking creativity and y'all decide to start implementing different cool combinated pieces of clothing, different textures, different accessories, different things that you are not normally wearing on a day-to-day basis, I guarantee you your style is gonna start to elevate at a constant rate, and you're not even gonna be knowing how to explain to people. You're gonna be having a lot more fun with fashion. You're gonna start to learn a lot more and understand a lot more that you didn't know before you decided to actually dive into your creativity, before you decided to dive into your mind and actually go out there and chase and look for things that actually work for your personal style. I'm telling y'all this from experience, bro. I was exactly where y'all was at a specific point. I wasn't stepping out my comfort zone. I wasn't diving into my creativity, and I didn't even understand how I could make a lot of creative outfits with a lot of different variety pieces of clothing. I didn't know this information because I wanted to stay in my comfort zone, and I was only strictly stuck on wearing specific clothing items. Like I done told y'all this in a lot of my previous videos and a lot of videos in the past. When I started my fashion journey, I was only wearing skinny jeans. Skinny jeans was my go-to. I was wearing skinny jeans on a day-to-day basis. I was happy for a while, and after a while my style started to get a lot more repetitive, and my style started to get a lot more boring, and I went into a style identity crisis, and I had to go right back to the drawing board and restart the whole process because I didn't feel like stepping out my comfort zone. So y'all gotta be willing to step out y'all comfort zone, and y'all gotta be ready for change at any time, because your style is gonna constantly change on a day-to-day basis. Your style is gonna have to constantly change and shift so your style can start to elevate and your style can continue to grow. So like I said, bro, another thing that a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to style, personal style, and clothing and fashion in general is creativity. Creativity plays a role in a lot of things throughout your fashion journey. So y'all have to dive into your creativity. Y'all got to step out y'all comfort zone, and y'all got to start implementing different clothing items, different combinations, different textures, different accessories, different color patterns. Y'all got to start implementing a lot of these things into your style, and I guarantee you, you're going to start to enjoy your style. You're going to start to see how your style is elevated, and you're gonna start to understand a lot more about yourself and fashion. So like I said, bro, the next thing that y'all need to know when it comes to style and personal style is going to be creativity. I need a lot of y'all to honestly dive into y'all creativity, and I guarantee you, you're gonna start to find a lot of different things and a lot of different ways to style cool combinated pieces of clothing that you didn't know before you decided to dive into your creativity. So the last thing I want to go over in the video, I've been briefly talking about this all video, and we got evolution. Now, how does your style evolve? Now, personal style is not static. It evolves over time. Your style is gonna evolve when you experience new things and you try different things. Once y'all decide to step out your comfort zone, your style will start to evolve. That's why I told y'all earlier in the video, y'all have to be willing to change. Y'all have to be ready to change your style on a day-to-day basis. Your style is not gonna stay at one specific point. Y'all have to be ready for the changes that comes with fashion, because there's a lot of changes that comes with your style over time. You got to go through trial and error phases with a lot of things throughout fashion before it starts to work. When y'all decide to buy into clothing, everything that comes into your style is going to be on a trial and error phase. During the trial and error phase, this is giving you time to really analyze a specific clothing item or specific clothing items and actually figure out if these clothing items really resonate with the style that you are trying to develop, or is this something that you could really use to really help elevate your style. Now, during the trial and error phase, you may find a lot of different pieces of clothing that just do not work at a specific moment. You may have gotten these pieces a lot earlier in your style journey, and your style may has not elevated to the point to where these pieces make sense. So instead of getting rid of every single thing that you are not wearing or every single thing that's not working at a specific moment, I want you to actually analyze a specific clothing item and actually tell yourself, is this something that you actually like? Is this something that you feel like you're gonna wear? And is this something that you're gonna be able to revolve around your style maybe on a later date? And instead of getting rid of that clothing item, you can always put this clothing item on the back end of your wardrobe and just let that clothing item sit there until it's time for you to come back around and fill this clothing item into your style. Now, I'm telling y'all to put it on the back end of your wardrobe instead of getting rid of this clothing item, because this clothing item can be a gem clothing item, and this could be really be something that's really going to help your style flourish and elevate to that next level later on down the line. I'm telling y'all this from experience. I done told y'all in a lot of my videos in the past, when I first got into fashion and I got into my style journey, I didn't want to step out my comfort zone, and I was only wearing skinny jeans. I didn't want to wear anything else. Skinny jeans was my go-to. I was literally wearing skinny jeans on a day-to-day basis, and I was happy at that point. I felt like my style was the hardest style, and I felt like nobody could tell me nothing. But after a while, my style started to get repetitive, and my style started to get overstimulated, and I didn't understand where I was. I went into a style identity crisis, and I had to go right back to the drawing board and restart the whole process, just because I didn't want to step out my comfort zone, or just because I was getting rid of a specific clothing item because I wasn't wearing it. So I decided to step out my comfort zone. I implemented some flared denim into my style. Y'all done seen these flared denim all over the channel, and it is my gray Ranger Cartel leather flared denim. This was the first denims that I stepped out my comfort zone with, and I didn't know exactly how I was gonna fill these denims into my style, or how I could resonate these around my style to really elevate my style. So I decided, I posted these on DEPOP, Grailed about 4 or 5 times before I decided to just put them on the back end of my wardrobe and just let them sit there until it was time for me to fill these clothing items into my style. And I'm actually happy that I decided to put them on the back end instead of getting rid of them, because if I got rid of them, my style probably would not have been elevated or where I am today in today's time. And I love where my style is. I love how my style starts to elevate, and I'm just having a lot more fun with fashion, with trying a lot of different cool combinated things that I didn't do in the past. And it started with that pair of flared denim, because if I didn't step out my comfort zone to jump into flared denim and more baggy denim, I probably would have still been wearing skinny jeans to this day, and my style probably would have still been where it was back in time when I first got into fashion. So like I'm saying, bro, your style's gonna elevate over time, but you have to give yourself time for your style to elevate. If y'all are too afraid to step out your comfort zone, how is your style going to elevate? It's not gonna elevate if you don't want to step out your comfort zone and start trying a lot of different cool combinated pieces of clothing, cool different patterns, cool different accessories. There's a lot of different things throughout fashion that y'all have to dive into for your style to honestly start to elevate over that time. So like I'm saying, y'all got to step out your comfort zone if y'all want your personal style to actually elevate. So stop being scared. Stop being scared to take risks when it comes to your style and how you want to be perceived through fashion, and just start going through your trial and error phase and start figuring out a lot of different things that work with your style and a lot of different things that's not going to be able to work with the style that you are trying to develop. So like I said, bro, that's the last thing that y'all need to know about style and personal style. So we are indeed finna go and wrap up today's video. All right, y'all, so that indeed is gonna wrap up today's video. I hope this video entertained y'all. I hope this video informed y'all, and I hope this video just helped y'all learn a lot more about style and personal style. And before we wrap up today's video. Feel free to let me know what type of fashion content y'all would like me to bring to the channel in the comments down below. Because like I told y'all, closed mouths don't get fed. If y'all don't let me know what y'all want to see, I don't know what type of content y'all want me to post on the channel. So feel free to let me know in the comments down below. It's literally free. It costs you $0 to just comment some fashion content that y'all would like me to bring to the channel. And before we wrap up the video, make sure y'all hit that red subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that post notification bell so y'all can be notified if your boy uploads another video. If y'all are into fashion and y'all like the content that I post on the channel, feel free to just hit that red subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that post notification bell. It's literally free. It costs you literally 0 cents to do. It just helps the channel continue to grow and prosper. But look, like I said, that indeed is gonna wrap up today's video. It's been your boy Ty, aka Tynotrixh, and I will catch y'all in my next video.